Lawmakers are looking to make abortion part of the California Constitution. While a large number of state politicians are supportive of the bill, religious leadership are warning of the consequences.
California's Democratic lawmakers announced this week their intent to expand abortion access. They plan to classify it as a fundamental right through an amendment in the state constitution. Senate President pro tempore Tony G. Atkins introduced the amendment. He did so in coordination with Planned Parenthood affiliates of California, along with others. The bill is co-authored by 30 senators and 52 assembly members, all Democrats. The amendment comes on the heels of the leak of an opinion draft from the U.S. Supreme Court. The draft suggested a majority vote may overturn the 1973 decision of Roe v. Wade. A study from the Guttmacher Institute showed California is likely to experience a 3,000% increase of women coming from other states to get abortions. Currently, there are about 46,000 women whose closest abortion provider would be in California. Abortions in California make up 17% of all abortions in the nation, but the state accounts for only 12% of the country's population. Many religious groups were quick to oppose this amendment. Among those were the Roman Catholic Archdiocese of San Francisco and the California Catholic Conference of Bishops. They say that the amendment would lead to the legalization of late-term abortions. The California Catholic Conference said they will be actively engaged in opposing the amendment.
Last year, a small California town was featured by having the most expensive gas that one could find. Now its prices are nothing special, as almost everywhere else has caught up.
The small coastal town of Gorda, California, about halfway between San Francisco and Los Angeles, made headlines last year when its gas prices hit $7.59 for a regular gallon of gas and $8.49 for premium. Now it's at $8.79 for regular and $9.79 for premium. An employee told Stanley Roberts, a veteran journalist, on Sunday that he used to get insults for the high prices. But now he says the complaints have all ended.
People used to call me names, curse me out because of the price, but now that the rest of the country is caught up, nobody complains anymore.
The average price in California currently is $6.43 per gallon. Nationally, it's $5.01. The Gorda gas prices may stick there for the moment, as gas station pumps are not able to surpass 4 digits and charge $10. The pumps would either need to be replaced or start charging in liters. It's not just the gas that's expensive. Customers are paying airport equivalent prices for food and drink too.
You brought a bunch of stuff there. What's it like?
It's crazy in there. It's crazy. No, it's all right. It's all right. You know, it's better than nothing.
$4 for a bag of chips?
It was $11 for a water bottle and carbonated yerba buena in this. Yeah.
$11.
It was like airport, like you said, a little bit like airport kind of.
But no planes.
Yeah, no planes. No.
Last October, the general manager told us he has to spend $3,000 a day on diesel to run the generator, which runs the town. That makes everything else cost more, including gasoline. He said there's a gas station 12 miles south with similar prices, and another station 40 miles north.
The largest pork producer in the United States is shutting down its California plant. The company cited high operating costs and red tape.
Smithfields Incorporated, the largest pork packer in the United States, is leaving California due to high operational costs and overregulation. The company announced it will cease all harvest and processing operations in Vernon, California in early 2023 and align its hog production system by reducing its sow herd in its western region. Smithfields Incorporated will serve California customers with its other brands and products from existing facilities in the Midwest. The company, which is owned by Hong Kong-listed WH Group Limited, said that workers at the plant will be offered financial and transitional assistance. That includes the option to relocate to other Smithfields facilities. Jim Monroe, Vice President for Corporate Affairs, told the Epoch Times that utilities, taxes, and other costs are significantly higher in California than other states. Meanwhile, California's regulatory environment has made it difficult to do business. He cited Proposition 12, which mandates factory farms to give animals a certain amount of space to move around. The law also implements a sales ban against non-compliant out-of-state animal products, including eggs, pork, and veal.
As everyone knows, it's not just companies leaving California. Californians themselves are abandoning the state in large numbers, around 275,000 just last year. And a number of them are moving not to Florida or Texas, but Mexico.
California is continuing to shrink, with hundreds of thousands of residents moving to places like Tennessee, Texas, Florida, and Mexico.
What California tells us when they come is that they are not very happy with what is going on in their state. I don't know exactly what is going on there, but they are not very happy.
Alfonso Barrera is a founding partner at Easy Legal Mexico, which provides immigration services. Barrera has seen the number of Americans moving to Mexico increase during the pandemic. Californian officials say around 275,000 people left the state last year.
A lot of people are coming because they want to retire or they're looking to change their lifestyle in some way. They're buying homes here, and they're living here part-time or full-time.
Matthew Harrop is the founder of Mexperience, an online resource for people who want to engage with Mexico. Harrop says,
possibly the most popular among Americans and Canadians is Ajijic, just south of Guadalajara, which is a very large conurbation of foreign expats around the lake there. But also popular is Baja California.
Some Americans even live in Mexico, while at the same time they're working in California. They get paid in US dollars, and then they get to pay for things in pesos.
People like to retire when they're on fixed incomes and move to a country where the cost of living is a lot lower. Their money stretches further.
Kate Lincoln Goldfinch is an immigration attorney at Lincoln Goldfinch Law. She knows many Americans who moved there to take advantage of a lower cost of living. Faye Quarter, NTD News.
After firing hundreds of staff members for non-compliance with its COVID-19 vaccine mandate, Los Angeles Unified is facing big shortage of staff and teachers. The district plans to fill hundreds of teaching vacancies through reassignment and hiring fairs.
The Los Angeles Unified School District, or LAUSD, plans to fill up to 1,000 staff positions and 1,500 teaching positions for the upcoming 2022-23 school year. This comes after LAUSD fired more than 800 staff members last school year for non-compliance with its COVID-19 staff vaccine mandate. In addition, about 600 teachers were forced to move out of the classroom to teach remotely in LAUSD's online learning program. LAUSD's hiring fair coordinator, Frank Saldivar, told the Epoch Times that the vacancy numbers will change as some staff members are promoted and some resign at the end of the school year. To fill the gaps, LAUSD Superintendent Alberto Carvalho directed non-teaching district staff who held teaching credentials or who formerly held teaching positions to fill those teaching positions. Meanwhile, the district will host 4 hiring fairs this month for graduating LAUSD high school seniors to fill vacant non-teaching positions. Open positions include clerical and administration, janitorial services, food services, school safety, transportation, early education, and special education.
Footage shows a man being rescued after getting stuck on a cliff past a protective wall near San Francisco's iconic Cliff House restaurant. NTD's Jason Blair brings us more.
Around 8 a.m. on Monday morning, the San Francisco Fire Department tweeted a video of a cliff rescue near the Cliff House restaurant close to Ocean Beach. The video shows a fireman securing a harness on the man before they are both hoisted up to safety over a concrete wall. Officials confirmed that the man will be okay and the incident has been closed. Jason Blair, NTD News, San Francisco.
A former executive of the largest utilities district in the United States was recently sentenced to prison after an FBI investigation. He lied to the FBI about accepting bribes for giving special favors on contracts.
Another former executive of the LA Department of Water and Power, or DWP, was sentenced to prison for his involvement in a corruption case. Former DWP cyber risk chief David Alexander pleaded guilty Tuesday to a felony charge of making false statements to the FBI. He was given 4 years behind bars in order to pay a fine of $50,000. The 54-year-old concealed his involvement in a bribery scheme during 2 interviews with the FBI in 2019. Former DWP General Manager David Wright was sentenced 2 months ago to 6 years for accepting bribes. Wright was removed from office after the FBI searched the DWP in July 2019. A prosecutor said Wright was once the highest-ranking official of the largest public utility in the United States. Paul Paradis, an attorney hired by the LA City Attorney's Office, gave the bribes to ensure the department's multi-million-dollar contract was awarded to his LA-based company. Paradis pleaded guilty in January and is expected to be sentenced in July. The case arose out of the investigation into the utility's billing system rollout and subsequent litigation. Many ratepayers received wildly inflated bills due to the botched billing system. They filed class action lawsuits against the city and the utility.
Vandals recently struck Yosemite National Park. Park officials are asking for the public's assistance in identifying those responsible for defacing the scenic valley with graffiti.
On May 20th, 2022, at approximately 8:15 p.m., park rangers received multiple reports of vandalism on the Yosemite Falls Trail. Rangers found about 30 sites along the trail spray-painted with white and blue graffiti. According to park officials, the smallest incident of graffiti was approximately 1 foot by 1 foot. Most were about 3 feet by 3 feet, and a few were larger than 8 feet by 8 feet. Park officials are urging individuals who were on the Yosemite Falls Trail between 6 p.m. and 11 p.m. on May 20th to submit a tip at go.nsp.gov/submit-a-tip if they saw anyone tagging or carrying spray paint cans. Or people can contact park officials at nsp_isb@nsp.gov or call or text 888-653-0009. Under federal law, vandalism of a national park is considered a misdemeanor that can bring a $100 to $500 fine and/or 3 to 6 months in prison.
A shipment of 95,000 tins of baby formula arrived at the Los Angeles International Airport from Melbourne, Australia on Monday. It's part of President Biden's fourth Operation Fly Formula mission. The delivery should include 380,000 pounds of Bubs Australia infant formula. That's about 4.6 million 8-ounce bottles. According to the governor's office, it will hit West Coast shelves starting June 20th.